Greetings. It's been a little while. And welcome to Planet Grindhouse once again. Tonight, Halloween is not here yet, but it is approaching. The month of October is approaching, and there will be a horror fest, of course. Tonight, I thought I'd give let's call it a taste of what Horror Fest will hopefully entail. Tonight, I thought I'd review, since I did review the first movie in the top 10 list, I thought I'd review the sequel to this particular movie. Sid Haig, Sherry Moon Zombie, and the great Bill Moseley in The Devil's Rejects. Now this, for all practical purposes, is not a horror movie per se. It's definitely more it's a disturbing film. It's kind of a grindhouse action, over the top, gore, memorable dialogue, memorable characters, brutality galore in some cases, and pretty shocking. But not a horror movie per se, but definitely over the top grindhouse action. And here's the rundown. It's basically the Firefly family again from House of a Thousand Corpses. This one fast forwards probably to about, I think at one point someone wrote at one point it was like a month after the House of a Thousand Corpses thing, or maybe 2 months ahead, I don't know. I don't really know the timeline. And the thing is, you don't really have to watch House of a Thousand to enjoy Devil's Rejects and or vice versa, because it's pretty much the only bridge between the two films is the fact that the Firefly family's in it. Grandpa's not in this, Hugo there. Sadly, Dennis Frimple has passed on. But also, Karen Black wasn't in it. And I'm not sure if she's still with us or not. Anyway, Leslie Estabrook ends up playing the part of Mother Firefly in this one. You might remember her from Police Academy. Great movie. Kind of a surprising thing to see her in, from being in a comedy like Police Academy to like a pretty brutal film in Devil's Rejects. Let's see, Sid Haig, of course, Captain Spaulding, Sherry Moon Zombie's baby, Bill Moseley's Otis. That's pretty much brings that cast back together again. Matthew McCory, actually, and probably this being his last film, he's passed on as well. God rest his soul. Good actor. Sadly, he didn't get much of a part in the film, but he was there for the end anyway. Let's see. So basically, this happens with the beginning of the film is pretty much a shootout between Sheriff John Quincy Wydell, played by William Forsythe, who is the brother of Sheriff Wydell in the first one, the other Sheriff Wydell, played by Tom Tolles, who was in House of a Thousand Corpses, who got killed by Karen Black. So basically, Sheriff Wydell's brother, John, is basically out for vengeance, and he wants to catch the Firefly family, and basically, he's pretty much towing the line between law and chaos, and at one point he just finally decides there's no line. He, hires the bounty hunters, of course, the Unholy Two, Diamond Dallas Page and Danny Trejo, playing some great parts there. And this was before Machete, incidentally. Let's see. So you've got Otis and Baby are on the run. They meet up with Captain Spaulding soon, but not before basically home invading a hotel room with these two other couples, and Brian Posehn, who plays a roadie who works for this group called Banjo and Sullivan, this country music band. And of course he gets capped. They all get capped, pretty much. But and there's of course a brutal scene in the hotel room scene where Otis basically has his way with, of all people, Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company. She plays one of the wives in that film. That's really kind of a thing, because I used to watch Three's Company, and you'd never expect to see her in that film, but shit. Anyway, like I said, pretty shocking brutality film. Decent movie, though. In terms of action, in terms of gore, in terms of memorable dialogue and over-the-top acting, without it being, too over-the-top, just very memorable. This is probably Rob Zombie's best film. And I did like House of a Thousand Corpses, but this is probably, at least it's his best revenge film, if nothing else. Still haven't seen 31 yet, and I have heard that, people are either probably going to love or hate it. Me personally, I've yet to see a Rob Zombie movie that I really, don't like. I mean, it's not like I could think of worse horror films than anything Rob Zombie's ever done. I could think of worse horror films, and just films that could have been more than living up to the hype, and some that don't. Blair Witch Project. Yeah. Anyway, I suppose I shouldn't bash it too much. I did see it not too long ago, and it was actually better watching it at home with the lights out. So, in any event, this is probably one I would definitely put in the collection if one were to make a collection, which I have. So, and of course, I may as well give this away, basically. The film also ends in a shootout. And damned if I cannot listen to Lynyrd Skynyrd's Freebird anymore without those images at the end of that film. And I'm not even really a Skynyrd fan, but I will say I did like the song. I think I appreciate the song more now, seeing this movie, than I did before. So, in any event, it's definitely a movie to definitely watch and rewatch. So, anyway, that's it for this edition. Until next time, and hopefully very soon, when Horrorfest comes out, and I finish cleaning some of this place a little bit. Farewell.